Rejection is not the end, it is the hidden door to acceptance. When life seems to say no, it is only preparing you for the greater yes. Do not shrink back when the world denies you. Do not lower your head when an opportunity slips away. Instead, lift your vision inward, for the unseen is always greater than the seen. Every rejection is a divine redirection. What you think is close to you is only shifting your steps to where you truly belong. The outer world is but a mirror, and when it denies you, it is only urging you to look deeper, to claim the acceptance already established within. Acceptance is not earned, it is received. It begins in the secret chambers of your mind, where imagination weaves the reality you long for. When you accept yourself fully in thought, in vision, in inner conviction, no rejection can stand against you. What is denied outwardly today will be demanded tomorrow, because your acceptance within has written it into the fabric of life. So, do not fear rejection. Smile at it. Let it remind you that the world is reshaping itself to fit the image you hold. The real acceptance you seek is not in the opinion of others, not in the permission of circumstances, but in the unwavering faith that what you accept within must appear without. Stand firm. Believe that every no is simply a disguised yes, waiting to be unveiled. Rejection loses its power the moment you accept your worth. And once you do, life bends, doors open, and the very thing that once resisted you must yield to your vision. Therefore, when rejected, accept it, not as loss, but as guidance, not as an ending, but as a higher calling. The unseen world is preparing your crown, and rejection is only polishing the throne on which you are destined to sit. Rejection is not the punishment many fear it to be. It is the gentle hand of life, turning you toward the path already written for you. When a door closes, it is not to imprison you in despair, but to prevent you from walking into something that does not belong to you. How often have you looked back and realized that what once felt like loss was in truth a blessing? The rejection you resist today will one day be the very thing you thank the universe for, because it cleared the space for something greater to arrive. When life says no, it is not denying your worth. It is redirecting your steps. It is shaping you, refining your vision, and aligning you with the place where you are truly meant to stand. A closed door is never an end. It is a signal that your journey continues elsewhere. Do not let rejection wound your spirit. Instead, allow it to awaken your awareness that the unseen force is guiding you far more than your limited sight can comprehend. Rejection is not the end of your dream, but the rearrangement of the path leading to its fulfillment. Accept it with courage, for it is evidence that the universe is still at work, orchestrating the unseen details, aligning people, moments, and opportunities that match your true calling. Rejection saves you from places where you would have diminished yourself and directs you into spaces where your light cannot be ignored. What appears as loss is, in truth, a higher protection. Life does not take from you to leave you empty. It clears what is false to make room for what is true. To be rejected is not to be denied. It is to be redirected toward the acceptance already waiting for you. The world you see outside is nothing more than a mirror of the world you carry within. Every circumstance, every response, every condition you encounter is a reflection of the thoughts you have entertained and the beliefs you have accepted as true. If you feel unworthy within, life will echo that sentiment back through experiences of rejection and limitation. If you cultivate confidence and assurance in your inner world, life cannot help but reflect opportunities, favor, and acceptance. The outer world does not shape you, It only reveals the shape you have already taken in thought. When you understand this, you stop blaming people, events, or chance for what unfolds before you. You realize that everything is first written in the invisible realm of your imagination before it is expressed in the visible realm of your experience. What you continually assume inwardly becomes the seed that grows into the conditions of your life. A persistent belief, whether in lack or abundance, rejection or acceptance, will always press itself into form through the stage of the outer world. To change your experience, you must first change the image you hold of yourself within. The reflection will not shift until the source shifts. Just as a mirror cannot smile until you smile, life cannot deliver joy, success, or love until you generate these qualities within. The outer world bends itself to the inner conviction you carry, not the other way around. You are never a victim of circumstances, but always the creator of them through your unseen assumptions. If you desire a new reflection, do not fight with the mirror of life. Instead, step inward, change the vision of yourself, and life will faithfully echo that transformation. Acceptance is the seed from which every outward blessing grows, and that seed is always planted in the mind first. Before the world can agree with you, you must agree with yourself. To accept yourself inwardly is to claim the truth of your worth, your vision, and your destiny without waiting for external approval. Many wait for others to validate them before they feel confident. Yet the power has never rested in the hands of others. It rests in the quiet sanctuary of your thoughts, where imagination and belief shape the future long before it appears. When you begin to accept in thought the life you desire, you give permission for the unseen to clothe itself in form. If you desire love, you must first accept that you are already lovable. If you long for success, you must inwardly accept that you are already successful in essence. This mental acceptance does not beg or plead, it assumes. It claims the desired reality as present and real, even before the senses confirm it. Such acceptance is not fantasy. It is the law by which life unfolds, for the world outside cannot resist the conviction held within. The mind is the birthplace of destiny. Whatever you continually accept in the silence of thought becomes the framework from which your reality is built. Rejection may come, obstacles may arise, but they cannot override an inward acceptance that is steadfast. To accept within is to give life to the unseen. It is to create the mold into which the outer world must eventually pour itself. Begin then, not by seeking permission, not by waiting for proof, but by daring to accept in thought the life you choose. The world will follow the pattern you have already embraced in the mind. Imagination is the silent architect of your reality, the unseen force that carves the shape of tomorrow long before it arrives. Every great achievement, every new creation, every transformation began first as an invisible picture held within the mind. The images you allow yourself to dwell upon are not idle fantasies, they are blueprints, preparing the stage of life to conform to their pattern. To imagine with conviction is to summon into form what the senses cannot yet see. What you picture inwardly with feeling and persistence must find expression outwardly. If you continually imagine failure, struggle, or rejection, you give life to these shadows until they stand before you. Yet if you dare to imagine abundance, love, and victory, and hold these images as true, life bends to meet your vision. Imagination does not wait for evidence. It creates the evidence. It does not ask permission of the present. It gives birth to the future. The world you experience is nothing more than the crystallization of what you have imagined. whether knowingly or unknowingly. This is why daydreams, assumptions, and inner conversations carry such power. They are not mere play, but the sowing of seeds. Each image nurtured within is a silent decree that life must obey. To neglect your imagination is to surrender your creative power, but to master it is to become the deliberate author of your destiny. Imagination shapes reality not because it wishes, but because it governs the unseen law of creation. Hold steadfastly to the picture of what you desire. Live inwardly as though it were already yours, and the outer world will yield to the image impressed within. What you dare to imagine with faith is what you will inevitably live. Every no you encounter in life is never the final word. It is only the surface layer of a deeper yes, waiting to be uncovered. Rejection, denial, or delay may feel painful in the moment, but hidden within these experiences is often the exact redirection needed to lead you toward the greater outcome your spirit has already claimed. Life does not conspire to withhold from you, it conspires to align you with what truly belongs to you. The no you hear today is not a wall but a veil concealing the yes that is being shaped behind the scenes. Often, no comes because the timing is not yet complete. What you desire may already be yours in essence, but the path leading to it is still unfolding. The delay is not denial, it is preparation. Just as a seed cannot become a tree in a single night, your desires cannot always appear instantly. They require alignment, growth, and the weaving together of countless unseen details. Every refusal, then, is not a cancellation but a pause, allowing the right conditions to form, so that when the yes comes, it will not only arrive but remain. At times, a no is also protection. It saves you from settling for something smaller than what you are destined to receive. How many times has life denied you what you thought you wanted, only to later present something greater, something more aligned with your deepest needs? The universe does not strip you bare to leave you empty. It removes the lesser so you may embrace the greater. A door may close in front of you, but it is only because another door, one leading to wider halls and brighter paths, was meant to be opened instead. Every no whispers that the story is not over. It urges you to rise above disappointment and to trust the invisible hand that guides you. The hidden yes may not yet be visible, but it exists as surely as dawn follows night. The key is to persist in faith, to hold firmly to the vision within, and to recognize that every denial is a disguised affirmation, every ending a concealed beginning, every obstacle a secret passage to fulfillment. Your worth is not something that can be granted by another person, nor can it be taken away by their refusal to see it. It is not measured by titles, possessions, or the applause of the crowd. Your worth is eternal, woven into the very fabric of your being. It remains unshaken through rejection, untouched by failure, and unaltered by the shifting opinions of others. To anchor yourself in this truth is to walk through life with a quiet strength that no circumstance can overthrow. Many spend their lives chasing validation, hoping that approval from the outside will finally prove their value. Yet such proof never lasts, for the same crowd that cheers can also turn away. When worth is sought externally, the soul is left vulnerable to every fluctuation of opinion and circumstance. But when worth is recognized as an inner reality, unchanging and ever-present, you are no longer swayed by denial or rejection. You carry within you a treasure that cannot be diminished, no matter how life appears. To live with the awareness of your unshakable worth is to refuse to measure yourself by fleeting outcomes. Success may enhance your journey, but it does not define you. Failure may bruise your pride, but it does not touch your essence. Even in seasons of loss, your worth shines as brightly as ever, waiting for you to acknowledge it once more. This recognition is not arrogance. It is alignment with truth. You are not valuable because of what you accomplish. You are valuable because of who you are. When you embody this awareness, life begins to mirror it. Opportunities come not because you beg for them, but because the energy of your self-assurance naturally attracts them. Relationships deepen, not because you fear being abandoned, but because you already know you cannot be diminished. Even in silence and solitude, you remain whole, carrying within you a completeness that no rejection can fracture. To remember your worth is to stand unshaken in a world of shifting sands, to remain anchored while everything else moves. Your worth is not earned, not borrowed, not fragile. It is eternal, unshakable, and forever yours. So let every rejection remind you that you are being redirected. Let every reflection of the outer world teach you to turn inward and choose again. Accept within your mind the life you desire, for it is from there that your reality is shaped. Hold steadfastly to the visions of your imagination, for they are the seeds of tomorrow's harvest. When life whispers, no, hear instead the greater, yes, that lies hidden beyond the veil. And through it all, never forget, your worth is unshakable, eternal, and untouched by the rise and fall of circumstances. Walk forward, then, not with fear but with certainty. The unseen is already working in your favor. What you claim within will one day stand before you. Do not shrink, do not doubt, and do not surrender to appearances. You are greater than rejection, greater than delay, greater than any obstacle. Stand in the assurance that all things are aligning for your highest good, and in due season, you will witness the fulfillment of the vision you have held. This is your invitation to live boldly, to believe fully, and to know beyond question that what belongs to you can never be lost. The crown is already yours. Walk toward it with unwavering faith.